What's going on, guys? Sorry about that. We ended up having I actually have no idea what actually happened, but we actually had our Streamlabs whole thing basically froze and then took down all of our stuff, so we had to resync it with the cloud real quick. Luckily, we have backups, but it takes a couple minutes for us to get those in there. But we're back, we're good. Sorry that essentially happened, but essentially, we're back to the duck position. It's all good. We're gonna be fine. So sorry about that and the little bit of touch. Just go ahead and refresh, everybody, we're back, and then we should be good from here. Okay, so now what I was doing, I've already actually got it installed. So let's go ahead and move back to getting that in, and we are essentially good to go now. So we have it in, we have our NVMe in, and now what we're gonna do is we can go ahead and start looking and opening up this beautiful new light loop system. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here and go from there. Okay, so now we get to check out this brand new light loop NVMe right here, right? And give this a go. So we haven't actually ever used this before. This is their new one. Look at all the RGB. So you know how many frames we're gonna get just off of this amazing RGB, right? So it's gonna go in there and it's gonna be absolutely awesome. So let's go ahead and get this going and go from there. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, hold on one sec, guys. I gotta fix something. No, go ahead and go to roaming. It's okay. Don't hold. Okay, there you go. There we go. Now you're all in there. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, there we go. Cool. Yeah, we got Gremlins, yeah. So RGB adds, I don't know, 600, 700 frames. I'm not entirely sure, but it definitely adds enough. Now, what we're gonna do now is we're literally going to grab here. There it is. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and what we're gonna grab right now is we're gonna grab the bracket and stuff and then go from essentially there. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is what I need. I need the Intel right here. This is the bracket that we need. Oh, look, it comes with thermal paste. We're gonna use their thermal paste in this. And then we don't need that. That's not important. We just need the Intel stuff and the thermal paste. Cool, so we'll use their thermal paste. Oops, I dropped something. We got it fixed though. All right, there we go. 700 frames per millisecond, that's right. You get so many more frames than you would possibly imagine just when you add RGB. So I'm just gonna seal this up for now and put it back in the back and then go from there. Okay. Cool. There we go. Okay, awesome. Okay, so there it is. So this one we actually have to put together, guys, which is pretty crazy. Okay, so we're gonna not lose this stuff because that'd be bad. So I'm gonna grab my little top here, store all that stuff for screws. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our LGA 1700 there we go. Get that in, there we go. So it goes down to the bottom just like that. So now I've got this beautiful little grab right there. Oh, no, I don't wanna lose these. These are the screws that screw it into the AIO itself. So let's not lose those. Okay, next up. There we go. There we go. Okay, last one. There we go. Perfect. Okay, one more. And then, guys, we'll have all 4. Just got to make sure it's all set. There we go. Okay, there it is, guys. All set, built, ready to go. Now we're gonna do, just gonna set this in here. Just like this. And slide it down. Just like that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The little backs were a little tighter there. And then I believe, okay, now we slide, slide these on here. Make sure those are nice and tight. And then one thing that you have to do is when you do these AIOs, a little tip here from Roby. When you're doing these AIOs, make sure that you tighten them all the way down, because this is the thing that actually makes sure that the cold plate sits very, very tightly against the CPU. You want to make sure that you've got really good like power and contact between the two. So that's actually super important, right? So yeah. Let's get it done. Here we go. Okay. You know, honestly, guys, I just think that the internet couldn't handle the fact that we might have done an interpretive dance. I think it was genuinely terrified of what that might look like. I apologize for scaring the planet by doing that. It wasn't my intent. Okay. So, okay, we're gonna screw this. Just make sure it's really nice and tight. Make sure it's all the way in there. Using the screwdriver here. Okay, we're good. All right, all of those are nice and tight now. We now have everything ready for our AIO to go in a little bit later. Next thing, guys, it's Bob Ross time, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Ross time. We're gonna grab our little thermal. I got new thermal grizzly pads right here. Gonna make sure that they're ready to go and get all cleaned up here. Actually, you know what? I might just do, I think I'm gonna do the dot method. Let's just do the dot method. That'll be fun. Okay, let's do the dot method. We'll show you some that maybe you don't have a little thermal pad. So we're gonna show you a little dot method here. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make little dots, and instead of the big dot, the one thing that's nice about this particular method is that this method ensures that you end up with enough coverage and it covers the entire HS. So it's just little dots in all those places, and that should be enough. And it'll spread out to cover the rest. And then that's all I do. So in the little spiders and stuff like that. And I've shown this on a lot of my step-by-step installation guides. It's not the prettiest thing, but that is enough to basically make sure that we get a really nice solid cover of thermal paste on the entire IHS. And when we put it on and it compresses, it'll spread out and make sure that we're completely covered. So, guys, basically, at this point in time, motherboard is ready. All the things I tried to do with my mind powers, I ended up having to do manually, but I was not able to this time. And so here we go. Just gonna basically get in there and get it going now, and then go from there. So, okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and okay, so one thing I am gonna do, we already have most of the case kind of taken apart now. I'm gonna go ahead and move this over. There we go, and then I'm gonna go ahead, just to make it lighter, just pull this off. Just like that. Perfect. And we're good there. Okay, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna slowly just kind of take off this, right? This is to make sure that, whoa, okay, that was what we wanted, right? All right, we got our accessories out now. Okay, throw that down there. Okay. I just try to channel my kids' glue art skills of paste applications. That is definitely one way to do it. And don't worry, I did hydrate. I have a nice, beautiful hydration thing here now that all matches theme-wise where we're going. So yeah, we're essentially good to go. I'm also gonna take this thing off right here. This is our basically our little pad as well. Okay, so we should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna go and pop this down. Oh! Okay, let's lower the table. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna pop this down. And here we go, we're gonna grab our box of stuff here. Okay, so inside we get a couple, look at this guys, it's like they give you free gifts with your purchase. You get a beautiful group of zip ties, which we'll use for sure. Like, we don't like to let zip ties go to waste. And then we get all of our little screws that we might need, right? So we got case screws, we got some washers, which, oh, I didn't drop it all the way. There we go. And then all we have, I feel like these are gonna be it. So I'm gonna guess, what's exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This might be it. Those might be our MOBA. We'll have to find out. I'm gonna guess. Sometimes I'm right, because these are definitely different than most of the other ones. Oh, I'm so strong. Okay, I know it's not that one. Might be, and I know it's definitely not this, because those are standoffs. Okay. And, okay, so it's probably one of these two, so we're gonna find out. I'm gonna guess, luckily we have a whole bag here. I'm gonna try these and find out if I'm right, but I'm guessing I'm wrong, but that's just kind of the way things go. Okay, there we go. I think those are SSD screws, but we will find out. Okay, so now we're gonna take our motherboard. It's gonna beautifully slide that in, just like this. There we go. Okay. That is in. Okay, let's see if these are the right screws. I'm gonna grab my new blue screwdriver. Okay. See if this is the right one. Feels like it is. Nope, that's not. Definitely not that one. Okay. Well, now we know. I chose wrong. I was right. These are SATA. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Let's open these up. Okay, then we're gonna do okay, and then now we're gonna do, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to open the screws. It's Roby proof, guys. It was a Roby proof screw. Are these right? Maybe, I guess we'll find out here. Here we go. There we go, okay, there we go. Are these right? Yep, those are right. I should have guessed. I was just like, you know, it feels very be quiet to use like the hex screws, but I thought, no, they're gonna use the other ones, but no, that was the right ones. Okay, here we go. We're actually good here. Boom, perfect. Boom, perfect. Which are, yes, we always are. There we go. Boom, there's that one. And we are good there. Okay, Couple more and then we're good to go here, guys. Perfect. Okay, one more. Okay, there we go. Okay, that is it, guys. We're essentially good to go. Now I can put all these screws away, and we have all of our stuff installed. You guys having fun? Everybody having a good time? It looks good, right? What did you guys, so I'm reading the chat. Somebody says, I think I got it away. Oh, I think you got it. Okay, good. You got it all figured out? Okay, good. I haven't put the power supply in. The power supply is back here. It's a Pure Power 12M. In fact, actually, why don't we go and talk about parts here real quick? Let's go and cover the parts again that we're putting inside of this beautiful system. We have the Intel Core i7-14700K, the Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Elite AX, the Zotac Gaming GeForce RTX 4070 Super, the WD Black SN850X, 2 terabyte NVMe drive. We have G.Skill Triton Z5 RGB series DDR5 32 gigs at 6,000 megahertz. We have the Be Quiet Shadowbase 800 FX. Is the one that we are using because we put the FX things inside of it, but the DX is the base model. We have the Be Quiet Light Loop 360 AIO, and then we have the Be Quiet Pure Power 12M 1200 watt PSU. So yeah, this is the one that we're building. This is the one that we're giving away at the end of the stream. So we are in the middle of basically building it right now, which actually looks super, super cool. So that's what we're essentially doing, and it's gonna look great by the time we're all said and done. So let's get back to the build part, because what we're gonna do now is, man, I was like spraying. Like I had a lot of I was like very verbose and excited there for a second. So yeah, now what we're gonna do, and the cool thing is with a 1200 watt PSU, if you wanna upgrade to higher end GPU or anything like that later on down the line, you've got plenty of power, and Be Quiet PSUs are really, really good. Oh, this case, however, is not light. I just wanna share that with you guys. Okay. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pop that down in there. Pop this up here. Get a little bit higher. There we go. Perfect. Now, next step, guys. Go and untwist tie some of these. Yes, you're right. It is that German engineering. They made sure that you got nothing to worry about. It is securely built and heavy. It makes a great paperweight once it's done, you know what I mean? All right, so we got everything out. Just gonna take out all of our connections here. So what we got for this one is we've got RGB coming out of it. We got our PWM. We have some different connections here as well. And then these are our front panel connections. Then we have our USB 3 connections right here. And then finally we got USB-C. And then we have HD audio, which, guys, I'm working on this. I'd love to see one day, if you guys are paying attention, case manufacturers, can we make all these black? One day, it's like everything else, like all the other cables are black. I'd love to actually see these go all black or maybe wrapped. It's my fight right now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so, okay. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sometimes we just have dogs in the area, right? And sometimes they bark. It's just part of living where we do, you know what I mean? So, okay. So here we go. And it's funny, I've been listening to kind of, the same thing with other people who've talked about as you move into locations. Like, I know at one point in time, we actually were talking about people with fire trucks and all that sort of stuff, or fire stations and things like that. It's amazing. You think you know all the noise you're gonna get in a particular area until you actually move into it and you're like, oh, hey, you know what I mean? It's like what we gotta do, so yeah. You could use electrical tape to cover it. That is absolutely true, you absolutely could. Okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead and throw so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and wire up our case. So we're gonna go ahead and take this one right here. This is our HD audio cable. We're gonna run that right there. Oops, okay. gonna run this one right here, try and make it straight out as we humanly can. Next thing we got right next is we have our USB. There it is right there, USB 3. All right, there it goes. So USB 3 is gonna come out right there. So that's gonna plug into this. So we're just gonna go and wire that, have that come out. Next we got our USB-C. USB-C is gonna come out right here. Right there, like that. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our front panel connections. Oh, we actually let's go and route these real quick. We got our, okay, here's some RGB right here. There's that, and then we have our fan header right there. So those are the things we got right there. Oops, that slipped back in. And then lastly, the last cable we need right now is our front panel connection. So there's our front panel headers right there. And then we're essentially have all of our front panels out and ready to go. So this will have Type-C ports. It's got one on the back and it has one on the front panel as well. So I'm just making sure I hold all these so I can lay this down here. Because it needs to lay down as I... Okay, whew. All the cables stayed. Okay. So now let's put it down so we can get all of our cables in here. Oh, guys, all of this lifting has made me thirsty. I need a little refreshment. Okay. You guys ready for the next part? Here we go. All right, so here we go. Let's grab our USB 3.2 drive. Go and pop it down just like that. Oh yeah, cool. There we go, just like that. Now, what we want to do right here is we're going to grab this. Pop that right there. Okay, takes care of that. Now, let's move down to, see, this is what always happens. The front panel connectors just kind of went back in, so we'll have to figure that out. We're gonna grab our HD audio cable. That's gonna go right over here in the corner. Beautiful. Then we're gonna grab our PWM, and that's gonna go right here. So this is our fan hub that's in the back. That's gonna make sure that stays and is nicely powered. And then we're gonna grab we're gonna move that over there. We're gonna grab our RGB header. We're gonna pop that right onto here, onto the RGB LED connection. Okay, so now I just need to find what happened to my... There they are, okay. Front panel connectors, tried to get away. I was able to save them. Okay, so we have power switch and power plus and minus. So one thing you can do, because this is just basically the top row, is you can, and sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't, you can line them all straight, and if you line them all straight like this, and they gotta be really straight, then you can just take them and put them right on in a line. Oh, I did it, oh! Nice. You saw, guys, not only did we get a goal today, I also basically was able to do the full front panel header, unified connection, and I think that's called the song and dance. We call it the Crossbones a la mode Poutine. There it is. That's what we did. We did the whole thing. That's the name of the whole mode, the Poutine a la mode full front panel connection. That's what I did, guys. That's what it was. So there we go. There it is. So, okay, got it all in there. And we're good, essentially good to go. With ice cream, exactly. Yeah, that with ice cream and everything, guys. Sorry, I meant poutine. You know, the gravy fries. That's what I meant. So, that's what I meant. Okay. Okay, we got it all in there. Everything's connected. And waffles. That's right, and waffles. All right, so we got this. Oh, by the way, guys, one of the things that I did want to show you here is, check this out. Is they actually have, here on the back, they actually have a full integrated, basically, fan and RGB hub, which comes with the case. So the cool thing is it's actually all pre-wired. So I'm getting ready to do some cable management now, but you can actually see this comes in. It's actually a nice sized board with plenty of room for additional fans and all that sort of stuff. So when we do our AIO and stuff like that, we will connect that in. But now what I got to do is I got to flip this over and deal with this mess at the same time. So, and that's where we're gonna go from here. Yes, it's nice cable management. I actually haven't done my part of the cable management yet. That's just what you see from the case when it basically arrives. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Okay, so now let us start the cable management process here, guys. Okay, so this is always going to be. So what I'm going to do here is what I'm trying to do is I want to create as many right angles as I potentially can, and then clean as much of this up as I can too. So this is where we use the case ones to really just kind of make it shine. That's kind of my whole hope here. So this is actually pretty clean already. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably throw one zip tie right here just to get that cleaned up.
For fans in that hub, do they have to be quiet, or maybe any?
They can be any PWM or RGB. So you can use any, as long as it uses a PWM and RGB connection, you can use any one of them. And there's a lot of fans that you can get that you can replace these. So this isn't a proprietary connection like you've seen with a lot of other fans like Liam Lee or anything like that. This one is, honestly will work with, as long as the fans don't have a proprietary connection, because sometimes the fans actually do. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try and create a right angle here as well. And this is just to make sure this looks nice, right? So we're gonna go ahead and throw a zip tie right there as well. So yeah, there we go. By the way, you're getting compliments on your camera control, Mr. Brian. So
We're stepping up where we can.
yeah, we step it up where we can, guys. Okay, there we go. Okay, pulling that in there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of my thicker ones, my bigger zip ties, and this is to just kind of clean up this area and turn it into like a unified, and what we call it a spine. And this is like a spine of cables. And the main reason for this is just to keep this nice and clean. Now the big thing before I tighten it, I'm gonna lift this up real quick. I'm gonna make sure these cables look nice, right? Ooh, see, that's why I did that. See how I ended up having to bring part of that other cable in. See, this is why you always check before you make sure they're super tight. So now they look really cool. So now I'm gonna pull that down. And I'm gonna pull this one a little bit tighter. So then now we have a nice clean front as well. Because I mean, as much as I like making sure the black looks good, the back looks good, and the black of the case, because I don't want cables and stuff showing through it, you want to make sure the front is, kind of the most important part, because that's the part that everybody sees. I'm just somebody who worries about, making sure the whole build looks good. I want it all to look clean. Yeah, the Sakura laptop looks super, super good. I saw that one, yeah, that they released. And I think they showed it at TwitchCon too, right? Okay, so we got this now. So now we're down to the bottom part. And this is where we start to work on our HD audio cable. So what I do here is you can actually see, you actually have, if you run it like this, you actually see how it like naturally starts to kind of hold up here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use, these might be throwaway zip ties, but they're just to kind of hold it in place here. So I'm gonna throw that in there, bring it down. There we go. Okay, and the main reason you wanna make sure that this is really well controlled is that this is where your PSU is going to come down, right? So it just makes it a whole lot easier to get the PSU in. Okay, and then we're going to put one more right here. And then I have enough of these other cables, and this is just to make sure that these stay up, right? You want to make sure that these stay nice and clean. Now, one thing I noticed as I realized as I was doing this is that some of these actually need to come straight up, because you want a 90-degree angle coming off of the cables themselves. So see, this is why I knew, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one, right? This is like, it was already gonna sacrifice its life, but now it's gonna sacrifice it again. Garbage. Okay. Because I want this cable to also be at a 90 degree. And the main reason I want that to be at a 90 degree, I actually might, that's not quite high enough. The main reason I want this to be at a 90 degree is just so the cable doesn't have, like, end up running across the bottom poorly. And I mean the bottom of the front of the case. Okay. So let's lock this one in. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna run this one up, and then the next one, this one has to come here, and this one has to come here. Now, if you zip tie this here, then those will still be locked in at that point. So I'm gonna grab one of these, a smaller one. There you go. Okay, and then the rest of these will go right to where we wanted this to go, right here. And then now you've got a nice clean bottom portion of the case. There we go. Okay, cool. So that's all done now. Okay, so now the next step is to literally get all of this cleaned up, which this is just kind of a nice little simple thing where down here at the bottom, it's gonna make a nice little collection of wires here, and that'll zip up, we'll zip tie that, and then we'll clean this up a little bit. But for the most part, that one's actually pretty straightforward there, which looks good. There we go, just like that. Awesome. There we go. Okay. Okay, there is that. Now, the last part of this is just cleaning up this last little portion here. And then we'll have all of our initial zip ties and initial kind of cleanup kind of done. But you can see now why, you know, hey, thank you for the zip ties, Be Quiet, but man, I need way more, you know? It's just I need a lot of zip ties to make the magic happen here and to make it look good. There we go. A couple more, and then we're good to go to the AIO. Okay, how's that look, guys? Looks clean. Now we're just gonna kind of do one more up here. This is where we just kind of do it to kind of make the zip ties even again. There we go. And then we have a nice, clean, even looking build here. And then I'm gonna, one more little set here just to make this look nice. Okay, there we go. This is just a really kind of icing on the cake zip ties at this point in time. There we go. You don't want anything to look like it's non-intentional. And as much as I love the twisty ties, zip ties just end up looking a whole lot cleaner, in my opinion. Okay. There we go. Okay, perfect. So I started building PCs 2 weeks ago, and it's been pretty. You know, I feel like I'm getting pretty good at it. This is my second PC ever. I'm just kidding. No, I actually started building PCs when Crackdown 3 was in development. And I know that's like, well, what does that have anything to do with building PCs? That was the first time that I built my own PC, and so that was it was a Razer NZXT case. It was an actual Intel build, so I think it was a 7000 series, like a 700K. I still actually have that system, by the way. I still have the system that I first built. And then, so that was the first time I built, and I built it with a guy who is the lead dev manager on Crackdown 3 named Dominic Humphrey. And so he introduced me to the world of like PC building. Ever since then, before then I had pre-built PCs, which don't get me wrong, I have no issue with pre-built PCs. Pre-built PCs are a great way for people to get into, PC gaming and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not gonna complain if people do pre-built PCs. And so I think as a PC builder, as an influencer, as a PC build influencer, I think I'm coming up on 5 years. So like 5 years is like, I think we're in our fifth, we're coming up, this is gonna be our 5th year of doing it on a pretty consistent basis. Yes, I know. Dorian, I did not know the monster I was gonna create when I did it the first, yeah, I don't think Dominic, no. No, who is, I just said his name and now my mind literally just went off. Dominic, yeah, I don't think he would recognize the person that he ended up making, so. I try very hard to be a great influence, guys, so, yeah, no, every once in a while, things just kind of, things do what they're gonna do, but yeah, it's like, it's been a lot of fun. It's been really cool being an ambassador for building PCs and the PC DIY community and showing literally tons and tons of people like you guys how to build PCs, which has been super, super fun. But the cool thing is like, check that out. There we go. What we had and where we are now look very, very different, right? Nice and clean now. So we're just ready for the AIO at this point in time. It looks nice and clean. All the cables are really easy. It's still very easy to kind of manage and go from there, right? So you just want to make sure it looks good and, from the back and from the front as well. And then even on the front side, we still have, it still looks really clean here too, right? Like we have nice clean cables. They're tight. They're running at 90 degrees down so they don't look odd. And so that was kind of the whole point, is just to make sure that things look really, really good. Now, guys, we're ready for the next part of this, which is to put the AIO together. So we're going to get our AIO installed. So I'm gonna get this kind of out of the way here and get ready for the next part of this. There it is. Okay, so let's grab our AIO. This is new, right? We never got to use this before, so I'm actually really excited to get to check this out here. Okay. So there's our new fans. These are their new light fans. And then we have our hub, which I don't actually think we're gonna need. We'll see. We might be able to put everything into the hub it has, but we'll figure all that stuff out. Here's all of our connections and hardware. Oh, they actually give you coolant. So if you want to get additional coolant and you want to basically fill it up later, we'll make sure that we throw that in the box for whoever wins the PC. There we go. So that the cool thing is that obviously there is over time there's some hydration and all that sort of stuff. So some loss of coolant over time because it just it does find a way to escape. So it's a cool way to make sure that you don't have to worry about it. So we're just gonna take our fans out here. Light loop fans. Looks like they definitely want you to use the hub. Okay, so we're gonna put that off. Don't need this. Okay. And these are all our other little bits of hardware. There we go. I think just to be safe, we'll do. So we'll want the fans. I like the way they did the cover. Looks really nice. So. Okay. So if I do this, it's gonna be able to sit in there like that. Okay, cool. Okay, so we just make sure that I have all of the fans and everything in the right order and going in the right direction. So what you can do is there's a little port. It's actually right here. You can actually see it right here. There's a fill port that I'd have to, the little rubber top pops off of it. Then you can basically stick it in and squeeze more liquid inside of it. So there's a little fill port in the corner that we can show you guys. Here, we'll let you guys see it real quick. So right here in the corner right there, you can actually see the little fill port. And then that's essentially what you're gonna basically put the liquid inside of right there. So you basically take that little rubber top off of it, and then that's how you essentially fill it. So it's pretty straightforward. It's not something you have to do, probably something you have to do every 3 years and longer, right? It takes a long time, and then, but as it, right now for years, it won't have a problem, so. Araxis, I'm looking at, we have Jasmine, who's basically calling out as she kind of prepares for her interpretive dance with Brian. She also reads chat, you know what I mean? So she has time because her costume, it's actually it's battery powered, so she's waiting for it to charge. So I'm actually, it's very impressive. It's got over 5,000 LED lights. Just in the armpit area alone, because when she lifts up, it makes her look like an angel. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy. So. Alex, you think Alex's cosplay is good? Wait till you see Jasmine and Brian's. It is, you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy. Just so you guys know, none of what I'm saying is real. Okay, so this is nice. It actually comes with Be Quiet stickers. So you have little stickers for your build if you want to put little Be Quiet stickers on, or if you have a very verbose spouse, or or a sibling, you can just put this on them. You just be like, listen, be quiet. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're shush stickers. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, so we got all this stuff in here. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna lift this up a little. I don't need to bend over this far. I have an actual adjustable table here. There we go. Get a little higher here. Take another little sip. Okay. Now the question is, what did I do with my, oh, there it is. I said, what did I do with my blue screwdriver? It's right here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do agree. Air will escape as you basically refill, but you'll still get more in than you will having escape. So it's like, it's not something that unless you're seeing like real temperature or noise issues, not something more than likely you're gonna want to worry about. So, but it's cool to have the option, right? Like that's the part that I appreciate, right? So thank you for letting us do it. You know what I mean? Oh, of course I've seen Short Circuit. You're by the way, guys, Chippy is looking really good up there. I'm honestly, dude, such an impressive job that Blue Horse did. And we got to debut him for last mod workshop, which was super cool. So he's just sitting there looking at you. He's a fully functioning PC. So, I mean, if you wanted to play game and game on him and all that sort of stuff, you absolutely could. Number 5 is alive. Yeah, you absolutely could if you wanted to. And you can see right there, there's all the PC components. His actual heartbeat is on the middle thing. It's kind of hard to see, but you can actually just see in there. Yeah, he's a fully functioning, basically built PC. Ron did an incredible job on the build there. Yeah. He did. Huh? Oh, and yes. Okay, so Jasmine is reminding me, and his wife, Deb, who literally programmed from scratch all of the animations on his face. So yeah, that was all done by his wife, who programmed all of the animations on the face. So like all of his face and all that sort of stuff was all done from his wife, who did all that stuff. So it's really, really cool. He did an amazing job. He's Chippy number 1. Chippy number 1, not Chippy number 5. He's one Chippy, not 5 Chippy, you know? So, yeah, it's really cool. Oh, we have Origin PC in the house. What's up, Origin PC CEO? Good to see you, sir. Okay, guys, we're getting it all installed here. See you later, Zook. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, the one and only, now alive and well in PC form. So guys, what we're just working on right now is we're just getting our build, our AIO put together here. So it takes a little bit of time. It's a little chat time, a little down time as we get through the build here. There we go. Yeah, guys, make sure, and also make sure that you guys, if you guys want to see more stuff like what we're seeing here, you know, like we just got finished doing Intel Gamer Days not that long ago, but if you want to see more like cool stuff that's happening, you should definitely join the Intel Discord, right, over at discord.gg/Intel. That will let you know when we're doing things like Mod Workshop, any of the shows, right, like any of the bigger main things. That is the place to come and see and know what's essentially happening, right? So yeah. No, you do not need to be quiet to enter the giveaway. In fact, that may actually be detrimental to your ability to enter when asked to enter. You know what I'm saying? So we actually already did the SUP01. The SUP01 was already done. We actually did a live build of that. If you guys want to check that out, yeah. Okay. Next up, we're good. Got all our stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get it mounted inside of our case here. Okay. Now I usually will wire all these things together. I'm trying to decide if I want to do that. I think I do. So what I'm gonna do over here, and I completely blocked your view, so I'm gonna move this out of the way. You're like, wait, that's great, Roby. Thanks for putting a wall in front. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and wire all these together. And the main reason for that is just to make it a little easier so it looks a little cleaner here. My day's going well. Thank you for asking, Daniel. I appreciate it. Thank you for asking. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna get a little, we're just gonna do, all we're doing right here is we're just doing this to make it easier for it to basically cable manage. Okay. Okay, so we got that now. Go and cut this off. Boom, looks good. Nice and clean. Okay, cool. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and grab our case here. Get this installed here. What I'm going to do real quick while I'm doing that is I'm going to grab my couple of my screws here. I can get to them easily. Okay. Okay, I'm trying. That is it's like a spaghetti of wires here, guys. So it's like fighting me on its ability to go through that little hole there. Just want to be able to reach it on the other side here. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then pop this right here. And just remember, guys, I believe there is a little plastic thing on there. So I'm not gonna forget to take the plastic thing off. Okay, get that in there. There we go, one. There we go, number two.
Nobody's going number two.
Oh. Okay, good. Okay, we got it in. Okay, so now we got those in. What I'm gonna do is just tighten these. Push it kind of far forward here. There we go. And I just basically make sure that everything works first and lines up before I put a ton of screws on, and just make sure, you want to make sure that you're in really good shape before you just start putting a ton of screws in. And I mean, you screw it all in and then you find out you got to readjust it or whatever it was. So my little tip there is take your time, make sure that your AIO is right where you want it before you tighten it all down, or you're going to find yourself spending a ton of time redoing stuff that you don't necessarily want to do. Okay, now what I'm going to do, pop this down. Okay, so we have a couple things we got to install first, but I am going to go ahead and do this first because this has bit me in the butt before. So we have officially peeled. I actually almost passed out because it took so long to peel that, and I was holding my breath, and then I realized I was holding my breath, and I was like, oh man, I'm okay, I'm fine, guys. I just want you to know you do need oxygen to survive. Got some oxygen from the water. Okay, so I realized something, guys. I forgot to put my bracket on. So I've got part of the bracket installed, but I didn't install the rest of the part of the bracket, so I'm gonna get that on now. Okay. So we're gonna grab our little screws here. Grab our, here we go. There we go. Huh. Tighten that down. There we go. Make sure this is held up. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm just gonna, for the sake of doing this right, make sure that I put these on the right way, because they don't actually have like a little arrow. So we're gonna take a gander here. Make sure we do it right. So that was all correct. It says LGA 1700. It does not actually show you. Looks like they're pointing in. Okay, so I do have it right. Okay, so I do have it right. Okay, just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So I'd start this, put the other one on. Okay, and then you just tighten it down. Making sure it's nice and good. There we go. Okay, perfect. So now we got that all in. Okay, that goes, I don't actually, this isn't actually all that useful right now. Okay, this goes up here. Okay, so now, what we do, guys, it's time to put the Be Quiet on. So we're just gonna put this like this. Makes it really actually very easy. Actually, let me do this, let me turn it. There we go. Screw that one down a little bit. Screw this one down a little bit. Screw that one down a little bit. Say a pretty easy installation process here. Screw this one down a little bit. Oh, it's a great sound, right? Promise I'm not. You just want to go until it stops. There we go. Okay. And guys, shh. It says, be quiet. There we go. I wonder if Be Quiet ever gets done with that joke. They're like, yeah, thanks for that joke again. So, I don't know, maybe. I love marshmallows. That's good to know. The thermal paste is already on it, Ultra. Okay, here we go, guys. Getting the Getting the last little, we got to connect a couple more little cables here. We're over halfway done with this build at this point, guys. We have a couple, we can actually, this is our pump. Now the question I have, I'm gonna look at this and see if they have like a particular way they wanna do this, or if it's all, because this all runs off of the fan header. So you have a whole thing, ARGB in, PWM in. This is literally just a, but I can have this go to the CPU. So I think we're gonna go ahead and put this one, we'll run this across, but we'll actually go ahead and run this one to the AIO header. Might as well. So this is CPU optional, we're right there. All right, get in there. All right, there we go. Okay, and then this will run off of the RGB header with everything else. Okay. Let's lift up. Okay, so that's an interesting design choice there that we're looking at. So this one, they want it to go all the way up. Goes up like that. And then this will also go up. And this is like literally, we just, now what we care about is just making sure that all this stuff looks super clean. Okay, there we go. There we go. Just want to make sure that you see none of the extra stuff, right? There we go. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is on the other side of this cable, I'm literally just going to zip tie all these together, and that will square this out. There we go. Okay. So all those look nice, tight, and clean. Cannot see any other cables there. That looks really good. Okay, so now let's get it all hooked up into the case here. I just realized before I did that I should have done plug this stuff in real quick. I wonder, so how many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually have enough on this fan hub to actually run it. And then but the thing is that if I want to do it that way, what I should do is hook up the CPU header to the CPU. So I'm actually going to run, I actually am going to just use this separately because I want this to control the AIO, because I want this to do the fan header for the AIO. So I'm going to grab this. And all I care about for this one is just this connection, which is a single CPU header. And I'm going to plug this CPU header right here into right here. Okay. And what that does is this essentially ensures that when our CPU needs air, it'll make sure that all of those fans will spin to get spin and spin up for the AIO, which was important. So now I'm gonna cut that, rid of this. Okay, grab one of these and tighten it up here. Okay, so now we have all of our cables, all the right cables in. And then we're good there. Okay, cool. So we're good there. Okay, cool. So now we got all that in and it's all controlled. It looks nice. That's what you want. You want clean, guys. You want clean. Okay. Pop this down. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, so these are all of the cables and everything for the AIO. Okay. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start plugging, oops, turn it the right way. There we go. PWM for that one. There we go. Grab our next one. RGB. Grab our next one, PWM. We have one more spare RGB here, which is cool. So I'm gonna take this RGB, plug that one in right there. Okay, that one is too big for that, so we'll not use that. I was gonna try and do them all. I was actually gonna try and control the AIO from that, but it's all good. Well, oh, you know what? It probably doesn't want it to do. Just realized, because that would be controlling from itself. Never mind. There we go, right there. Okay. And then this, and this one is gonna go right here. There we go. And this one is gonna go down here. Okay, so now all of our RGBs connected, which is pretty much the most important thing that should have been connected. I'm so sorry it's taken this long to get to the point where the RGB was actually connected, guys. You guys are like, I was worried, you know? I was worried that you weren't gonna connect it up, Roby, but I got it done. And it's all good now. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's rip this off. Okay, now I'll run this one next to this one. Cool. Okay. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, see this nightmare? Yeah, we gotta stifle this problem, you know? Ain't nobody want cable in like that, you know? That's not fun. Some people are like, no, Roby, just stuff it and slam it, you know? But no, not me. I'm gonna take my time. We're gonna make this look good. Yeah, because that's like, dude, that's scary. Like this is the stuff that keeps people awake at night.
Making it look bad.
Yep. Okay, so that one. Okay, so we actually have, oh man, a little bit of a tangle issue here. This one, these two. And then we also want to make sure that stuff isn't tangled up. Okay. Okay, so what I can do now is I'm going to take this cable. This is our cable that is this is to the AIO up top. Because these cables just need to be wired together. Okay, so we're gonna take this one. These are the two cables that have to do specifically with the AIO, the RGB of the AIO and all that stuff itself. This is just, guys, I will tell you, like a lot of people say, Roby, why don't you ever do a guide on like doing cable management? And I'll be honest, guys, cable management is just one of those things that it's like, it's kind of a lot of, you know, there's definitely some tips, and I really should do a guide. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not trying to do it. I'm not saying that there's not stuff to teach, but a lot of this is just patience, just taking your time, looking at where things just kind of naturally fall, and then being like, oh, this would be a great place to kind of store this or whatever it is, right? And what I'm essentially doing here, and then the other two that I also have a tendency to do when I do cable management is clump like things that I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I need to do to try and troubleshoot. So should I come down the line at a later point and be like, oh, I need to fix X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? It's like easy to figure out what cables those are. I think I've seen some people, like I don't mind spines like this these are just for like primary connections, but stuff like this, you want to just kind of make it easy so you can do any troubleshooting and work and easily know what plugs into what. Okay, next part of this is this cable right here. I'm gonna run this one under. Then the other thing too is I would say, like what you're seeing, what I just did is like trying not very hard, not to tangle cables. So that's what I'm doing here. So this one, pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna group this one on its own. It's just its own kind of solitary, small little cable. Put it into a nice little simple figure eight there. And one of our teeny tiny zip ties that we got with the AIO there. There we go. There's that cable. Okay, so all we have really left now is just a couple cables for the bigger AIO. So this and this go across the top. Okay, so then for this, because these are kind of all belonging to the same thing, I just try and zip tie this stuff close together. There we go. And it should kind of, the other thing too is I've also kind of learned is that a lot of times if you work with like the natural kind of movement of the cables themselves, a lot of times they'll just kind of easily kind of lay the way you want anyway, see? Like that, like that. Zip ties are your friends. You are not wrong. Zip ties are absolutely your friend. There you go. Oh, backwards. Zip tie tried to go backwards there. Easy fix though. Okay. Okay, so now we've got kind of the main cables kind of in there. So now we've just got one little cable left. I'm gonna do one more zip tie up here, and then we'll fix the last little bit of it, and then all of these kind of cables be kind of in a good spot here. There we go. Okay. And then what was once a giant rat's nest of cables turns into a much more controlled situation here, guys. I think you would agree. There we go. Okay. This one, these look like they're going to be a little bit of a problem, but I can just do that. Kind of make them the same length. Let's bend them down. That'll be the end of it right there. Perfect. And now our giant rat's nest of cables is now semi-controlled chaos, right? Wouldn't you guys agree? Whoa, dude, somebody just said I miss IDE cables. Wow. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Much cleaner, right? Much cleaner. Boom. That looks great. And then what we're going to do here is this should be able to just run down and join its little cousin down here. Okay, and this is where you have to understand, guys, it's okay to remove zip ties that you've used before. That's not a big deal. It's okay. Just because it's there doesn't it's not animate. It doesn't get sad if it gets cut and goes in the garbage. There's no sadness there. I know some people believe that that zip ties have a soul. It's not true. Zip ties do not have a soul. They do not care if they are used or not. What I'm going to slightly do is just get that in with the rest of the blasphemy. If zip ties had a soul, I am definitely in trouble because I've killed a lot of zip ties. I'm a zip tie mass murderer, I guess. Okay, there we go. Okay, one more. And essentially, got a last little kind of routing done here. Take this. Gotta be careful. And then what I'm going to do is route this through that. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now we've got a nice clean set of cables here. Boom. Okay, that looks really good. AIO is in. Now what we need to do is put the rest of the screws on the AIO. Because I remember I only did the few just to making sure it all fit right. So let's go ahead and switch that down. Put those in here. Oops. Tighten this, loosen this up a little bit. Just need to adjust this a little bit here. There we go. Perfect. Do a little bit of adjustment there. There we go. One more. Let's get this one in. There we go. Okay. Why are you being this way to me, Mr. Case? Don't do this to me, Mr. Case. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm trying to make it look good. This one. There we go. Just had to get the right angle fixed. Okay. Get our other screws in. I'm gonna have to adjust this a little bit. There we go.
To continue, make sure MetaView is active and Bluetooth is connected.
Okay, there we go. A little bit of screw in there. Get those last couple screws in. Oh, the holes are in a different place. That's interesting. There we go. Okay. Before I got too much more, I was like, oh, can I get to the EPS connectors? The answer is yes. Okay. Okay, AIO is fully installed now, guys. Screws and everything. Looks good. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. And there we go, guys. There is the build as it sits now. Looks good, right? There's the back, there's the front, and the back also looks nice and clean as well. So we got everything looking super clean. Lots of cables though. So there's a little bit more cable management than normal. But now what we need to do, guys, is turn it on. Nope, it doesn't work. Does not work. Let's just throw it in the garbage. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. We gotta do something else. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's talk about what parts we put inside of it, because that is always a good thing. So when we talk about parts here, guys, for the parts we have the Intel Core i7-14700K, we have the Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Elite AX, we have a Zotac Gaming GeForce RTX 4070 Super, we have a WD Black SN850X 2TB NVMe drive, G.Skill Trident Z5 RGB, we have 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM running at 6,000 megatransfer. We have the Be Quiet Light Loop 360mm AIO, the Be Quiet Pure Power 12M 1200 watt PSU, all inside of the Shadow Base 800 FX, or the DX is the base model. So that's what we actually have in here as well. So that is everything that is inside of this build. And guys, I think now we can actually put in the GPU, which is, it's a little small Zotac. I mean, I love how small these little Zotacs are. So this is it's gonna be, you still got lots of room to put larger GPUs at some point in time. So let's go ahead and pop this down now. Ugh. Okay. So let's go and go and take out our couple of small but mighty. Yes, it'll fit in a large case, it'll fit in a small case, so yeah. But it's still gonna look really good, especially with all the lighting and stuff inside of this case. So let's take these bad boys out here. Okay, let's grab this, throw that in there. Okay, cool. So let's open up our GPU now. There we go. Boom. Okay, now we got that up. There we go. And this pops out like this. Just like that. Oh, look at that. Okay. Nice little, get that in there. Put that in there. then we got our beautiful, little small, but powerful Zotac 4070 GPU here. 4070 Super. Look at that. And the thing is like it's so small and it's like it's gonna look really good with all of the other lit components and stuff like that inside of this case. So I'm actually pretty excited about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and there we go. There we go. There we go, right there. Okay. And then we got, pull that just like that. Oh, look at all that maximum peeling. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. And then one thing I like about Zotac GPUs is they have these really long, grippy things to take this out, which actually makes it really easy. So there we go. Pop those in there. There we go. Perfect. And boom. There we go. Nice and clean. Put the box away. And now we can put our GPU in. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, so let's grab our little GPU now. It's gonna go right in here. Look at that. Then you have a nice, like, small black cable that comes down. It's gonna look nice and clean. There we go. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Come on. All right, cool. So here we go. All of that in, ready to go. So now what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna go ahead and run our cables. So we got our nice 16 pin. Just go ahead and pull that out. Perfect. Okay. And pull this down. We want it to be like nice and straight. So there's a little bit of cable training that has to happen here. Train the cable. Train. There we go. And now what we're gonna do is just take this, click it right in there. There we go. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's weird that. There we go. Nice clean look there. Nice clean cable with beautiful cable combs and all that sort of stuff looks nice. 4070 looks good. Okay, now, last kind of part, guys, before we do the PSU, we're gonna throw our cable extensions in there. Just make sure it looks nice and clean. Okay. So let's do black, solid black, not the see-through black, because that's what color the other cables are. And all we need for this is our CPU cable, and we need our 24 pin. The rest of these just go inside. There we go. There we go, right there. Perfect. Take a sip. I love it when a plan's coming together, guys. Okay, so let's grab our cable combs now. Now, last time, I think that we did it backwards like so many times, if I remember correctly. I don't remember if it was this one. So we don't want to do that again. This time, we do not want to put them on backwards so many times. So let's just hope that that's going to go better. No backwards. You guys remember that? It's not vodka, guys. I'm glad that you guys believe so much in me. I get my joy out of PC building. There we go. Okay, there's that. Next up. Next eight. There we go. We're only really going to do 3 because the main reason B is like you want one in the middle, kind of one at the front. So it ends up with a nice, beautiful arch, which is what you want for... Oh, this one is not going to do that. Oh, no. Okay, we can still do it. Okay, cool. I was a little nervous there for a second. Then I realized, oh, no. Okay, it works. Nice, clean look there. Remember, guys, the build that we're working on right now is the Intel Core i7 14700K gaming build is what we are doing. So we wanted to build a nice, balanced build around the 14700K, coming in at just at $2,000. This has a 4070 Super, a 14700K. It's got 2 terabytes of storage. You got 32 gigs of RAM, so it's a great gaming build. That we also didn't spend a ton on extra bling or anything like that. So there's definitely a couple places if you wanted to save a little bit of money, you could. There's, there are less expensive Mobos if you wanted to use something like that. There's a place you could save there. You could go with there are less expensive AIOs if you wanted to save a little bit of money there too. Case is, this is obviously a pretty large case with a lot of flexibility in it, so some options to save there as well. But for the most part, given what we've got, it actually feels like a really good balanced build. So we're gonna throw that right there. There we go. Look at that. That's gonna look so nice, just like that. We'll pull that tight. And guys, I didn't put the cables in backwards. Looks nice. And then we're gonna grab a couple 4-pins here. Yeah, you just want it nice and tight there. Okay, so we want a couple 4-pins here. This is gonna go like this, so we want them on this side. The Asia horse, there we go, just like this. Apparently I'm not as three-dimensionally challenged today. Okay, a little bit more like that. A little bit more like that. More like that, and a little bit more like that. Okay, good. Okay, guys, all of our cables are in. They are the right way. So we're gonna take this, plug that one. They're in the corner there. Perfect. Okay, so that's all that. So now I'm gonna lift up and finish the routing all the cables in the back. And then it's just PSU and we turn it on. Did it feel like the build's going fast? It does. Maybe I should take it apart and rebuild it. Just so you guys get twice the entertainment out of it. It feels like it's just going to, sometimes just builds go together nicely. Sometimes you don't switch out putting the cable combs in wrong 10 times, you know what I mean? I think Jasmine and Brian were really hoping that they wouldn't have time for their interpretive dance, but we may just have time, guys. We may just have time for their interpretive dance. And, remember, you guys, a lot of you pressed 4, which means you really want to see this. So I'm excited for you. Okay. Okay, so that looks good. I'm gonna try and tighten that down right there. And then we'll have I could do it like this. That might be better. Okay, let's start the process. We'll go ahead and put the big cable up here away. And then we'll work on the front 24 pin because that one's just got to be nice and tight and clean. There we go. This one's a little bit easier, straightforward. Ooh, we got a little extra cable stuck in that. Little extra cable got gripped up in there. What are you doing there, little extra cable? You don't want to get pulled out. That'd be bad. There we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift this up. And you just wanna make sure that whatever I do, this stays taut. Taut. That is looking just the way it needs to. Perfect. Okay. Looking clean. That's good. There we go. Okay. Boom. 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 There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Well, it twisted a little bit, but looks good though, right? Look at it from here. Guys, that is looking like perfection. I just gotta say, that is a very clean looking build all around. Man, I love it when a good plan comes together, guys. I love it when a good plan comes together. Okay, now we got that in. Last part, power supply. This is it. This is the end. But before we go to that, let's go and bring on the two talented dancers. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. They just left. They were, I'm sorry. They have canceled and said that they are going to be unwilling. Brian said he hurt his flectoid. So I don't know what that is or where that is on the human body, but he has hurt his flectoid. So yeah, he's going to go do some squats and get that figured out. So, but he said next time, be ready. I mean, we had a harness installed and everything here in the studio for that, and it's gonna be, I'm sorry. So yeah, you dance, okay.
We're gonna spandex malfunction.
I mean, this is what you paid for. Oh wait, I forgot it's free. Oh man. Okay, we'll do a little shopping cart. Ooh, there's a 14,700K. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, guys, I'm here all night. You know what I'm saying? Twerk, no, that is not happening. Nope, nope, nope. Roby Cat dance, I think that's this. That's the Roby Cat dance. He just stares at you creepily. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, after all that, it's time to grab our PSU. I just went in a circle, but I found it. Do you guys feel like you have been enlightened by the arts today? I want you to, please let us know if you felt like you've just been blessed by what you've seen. Stick to singing, brother. Okay, I'll stick to singing. So, by the way, Yeah, no, I don't know where I was going with that. By the way, time for our PSU. So, oh man, okay, come on, work. Okay, here it comes. Blessed. And knowledge is power. Yo, Joe. No. Guys, today is my daughter's birthday, just so you guys know. She turned 17 today, so pretty crazy here at the Robotech studio. So she is, she's pretty excited. So her birthday, you know what I mean? I was just saying. So hopefully, you know, I'll send her some good vibes, send her some happy birthdays. It's always a good thing. Yep. Okay. Here's all the cables. Got our book. We got all the cables, screws, power supply cable, more zip ties. All right. It's like Christmas here. Oh. And our box of our power supply stuff. There we go. Thank you guys for all the happy birthdays. So, okay, bubble wrap. Guys, you guys ready? Everybody likes to see the first PSU sniff. Here we go. Oh, I clogged up my ears. They sniffed so hard. It doesn't smell like anything. It was, oh man, okay, that was a little hard, the snorting there, but yeah, no, it didn't do much of anything. Not too smelling, yeah. Smells like bologna.
Was that legal?
Okay, there we go, guys. Ugh. Okay, what cables do I need? I do not need that one because I got an extension. I need one of those. There we go. I need a SATA. There we go, SATA. I need... Do not need that one. Do I need this one? Nope. Need a CPU. There we go. That's it. Those are all the cables. The rest I do not need. Okay, here we go. We got our stuff here. Put it on the side. A little bit of installation time here. This goes, okay. I was like, where does this go? Right there. And right there. There we go. And then this, oh my gosh, guys. Molex tried to sneak, wait, no, this has got Molex and SATA. This is like a blasphemy cable. It's got Molex and SATA. It's like 2 in 1. It's like the Molex was so sick of not being used, it like tried to sneak in. Wow, that was a sneaky. Okay, so there's our, this is our, there we go. So that's all that, and then all we're gonna do is we're gonna plug in our last one here in a second as well. So that's this cable right here. Plug that in right there. Okay. Okay, so now we have all our cables in. Slide it in. Oh wow, I didn't have to slide it in. Apparently there's a... You could have like taken it out and done it that way, but this one lets you do both. Luckily I cable managed so well, I didn't have to worry about it. You can do it my own way. Okay, there we go. Lots of screws there. Okay. Now you don't want to tighten these down all the way. You want to take you just want to kind of get them started. The main reason being is that if you tighten it down all the way, sometimes the PSU will shift and then you won't be able to get the screws in. So you want to kind of get them started And then once you get them started, you can screw it in the rest of the way. And then, now you can, once you get them all in, you can tighten it down. There we go. Look at that, easy peasy. Looks good. Look at that. Oh, so nice. Looks good. Perfect. That's in. Let's grab need a screw bag. There we go. Okay. Okay, so all that is in. Now, guys, time to put in our last little bits. This is the last. All we got to do is connect a couple cables, and it's done. That is crazy, guys. So crazy. It just went so well. And you know, it's just unfortunate about the Flectoid incident, because I think you guys would have loved the whole dance and stuff like that. I mean, they had that whole thing where, like, Jasmine was gonna hold Brian up like Dirty Dancing. It was super crazy, and you know what I mean. It's like, you know, that was the end. It was gonna be beautiful. So, but you just get stuck with me building PCs, guys. So that's all it is, you know. Not everything. You can't always get what you dream of, you know. But we try here at Mod Workshop. Okay, let's get this in here. I watched him rehearse. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. It was. You guys ever heard that movie Just Dance, and they had like Just Dance 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, they were signed up to be the stars of Just Dance 9, but Step It Up 9. They still had to sign another 3 of them before then, but I mean, if 9 was gonna happen, you guys would have been pretty impressed. So. No, winner does not get to take home Chippy. Chippy is a permanent thing. Plus, I mean, I think Sarah would have a heart attack if somebody took Chippy. Chippy is like that's a mainstay of the Mod Workshop studio, guys. Don't try and steal Chippy. Chippy's happy. You know what I mean? Right now. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's grab this one. It's gonna go right here. Okay, we just got a couple more cables to kind of plug in, guys, and then we're pretty much finished. A couple more zip ties to do. Uh-oh. Intel over there wanted him to be sentient. AI Chippy. I think with like things that Chippy would say to me is like, "You can't dance, Roby." You know what I mean? Like, he would tell me all the things that I dream. I feel like he'd be my dream crusher. Like, don't quit your day job. You know? I don't know what his voice. What do you think Chippy's voice is? Is it more like, you know, like
Stephen Hawking.
Christopher Walken, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he's like, hey, you know, I need more cowbell. Or maybe it's, you know, maybe it's like, hey guys, it's Chippy. Oh boy. Let's do it. Come on, Pluto. Or yeah, it's Barry White. Like, what does Chippy sound like, you know? It's like, oh, somebody stole the 401 space modulator. It's like Marvin the Martian. Donald Duck, yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have 2 more power cables to throw in here, and then we're done, guys. I have literally hooked up all of the cables, as they say it in the more romantic countries, cables. So there we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so there's all of our cables now. Time to just get it all into one little simplistic cable clump. Okay, this is it, guys. The last few zip ties. Like Chippy's like favorite song is "More Human Than the Human," is what you're saying. He's like Rob Zombie. Wait, we have Thermal Mike in the. Do we really have Thermal Mike in the chat? Oh snap, guys! We are here by royalty. Thermal Mike shows up. You know what's gonna happen? Nothing. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Johnny 5 is alive. Okay. We might just do one more and then we got it. Wow, you guys have some interesting thoughts in how Chippy sounds. I'm pretty sure that Chippy sounds like Barbara Walter. I think Chippy sounds like Dan Rather. That's what I think. He's gonna have like a distinguished voice. And tonight on Mod Workshop. Walter Cronkite. That's who he sounds. That's what Chippy sounds like. Walter Cronkite. There we go. Okay. Okay, guys. It's all connected. It's all hooked up. It's all done. The magic has occurred. The build is done. Let's show final. Ow. Final zip tie. Final cable management shots. There you go. There you go. There it is right there. Fully cable managed. Nice and clean all the way down even to the bottom. So there it is right there. So, and then on the other side, just to make sure it fits with the same thing, there we go. And there is the build itself, clean as well. Looks like we got our one cable here. There we go. Okay, so let's start getting parts back on it. There we go, first step. There we go. Time to throw some, I think it actually just goes this way. There we go. Time for some, one thing I really like about the fans that we have in here is I like the loop. I like the loop look versus the solid. I think it's just kind of like a nice accent, which I think is always fun and nice. Time for the back. Guys, that back went on so nicely. There we go. All clean, installed. Okay, time to see if it posts. Okay. There we go. Plug our power in.
I have the one coming from here, just in case you wanted to power it to the.
Oh, okay, cool.
Might be too much on one breaker.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, a little bit of screen there. Okay, now got our mouse and keyboard ready. We'll get the colors all lit, make it look really good. Okay, guys, I think we're ready. I think it's gonna happen, right? Yeah, here we go. Three, two, one. Oh, first try. And there it is. Oh, I forgot. This is all on an RGB hub. So we can simply. Oh, there we go. I think we need. Oh, there we go. Nice Intel blue there. And there we go, right there. You got the fans in the front as well. And then we can go, let's go to the capture and see if we're posted. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we are posted. And then, yeah, hold on one sec, guys. We had that like that when it died, it went crazy. So let's get that fixed real quick. It's gonna be a funny thing. This is always the fun thing when we have like all sorts of stuff. You guys, this is gonna look funky for a second, but just go with it for a second. There we go, okay. There we go. And let's take this one. You guys are watching like live production, but it is what it is. There we go. Perfect. We just like literally have never had. Okay. There we go, guys. Okay, so we are live. We got it all in there. Let's go ahead and plug this into here, and now we're gonna change the one thing we gotta change, which is just the there we go. Get our RGB to be the right color. There it is. Okay, let's get our RGB. We have blue there, but I think we just need to get our. We need to get our. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to do one thing here. Restart it. There we go. Let it come back and show me on the other monitor. There we go. Now you guys can watch it go again. There we go. It looks really good. And then while we're waiting for, once we get this and all lit up and everything like that, we'll get the colors in and all that sort of jazz. Oh. Yes, that's not gonna work. So we're going to, yeah, we just realized what happened. Yeah, guys, when your our DisplayPort cable unfortunately has experienced a bad situation here. When your DisplayPort cable looks like that, that's not a good thing. So we're gonna have to pull a new DP cable or. So it happens from time to time. There we go. Perfect. Luckily we have backups, guys. I'm telling you, man, this is like the most awkward thing ever.
You can rotate the screen too if you want to.
There we go. I got it. Okay, cool. It's in. Okay. Hey, now we have it. Okay, cool. Display settings. Okay, here we go. Sorry guys, I have to unplug this for a second because I need this to be. Okay, there we go. There we go. Windows P, Windows P. Okay, there we go. There it is, okay. Duplicate these displays, there we go. Okay. Keep changes. Okay, cool. Now, let's do, okay, so now we've got this. Let's go ahead and change our G skill. So we're gonna bring up control panel, go to RGB Fusion here, and then let's go stop. Let's go to static. Rainbow wave, no, static. Okay, let's go to, let's go dark blue, right? Like, let's do like maybe a dark blue with a light blue. No, that doesn't really look all that good. Let's do lighter blue. There we go. That just looks good in general. Perfect. And there we go. That looks good. I think, how does white look? No, no. We have decided in orange. Yeah, I can change all that. All right, there we go. We're gonna go blue there. And then we're gonna download the Zotac RGB stuff real quick. You guys are seeing all the stuff. Oh, just realized. Okay, I realized I gotta throw in, because we gotta connect to the interwebs. Why don't we go to like the main cam real quick? Yeah, there we go. Wow, this stuff is like super. Let go of the connections, you guys. There it is. No. Okay. Maybe. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Just need to get this out. I will tell you guys, the Wi-Fi antenna on this thing is the most secure I've ever seen for a mobile. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay, so let's throw this in here. I'll connect real quick. Okay, and then we're gonna do our peel, guys. We gotta do our peel. Now that we have all our colors set and all that sort of stuff. But we gotta change one more thing. And that's basically downloading the Zotac software. Zotac. So Firestorm. Download Firestorm, and then we're gonna get that last little bit of color fixed, and then we'll be good to go. There we go. Okay, downloading it now. There we go. And we're going to see it light up in just a second, guys. It'll be all lit up the way we need it to be. And there we go. Firestone should be in now. Okay, here we go. Let's. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? You started. There you go. Okay, let's go to Spectra, and we're gonna go to light blue. How does that look? Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good right there. That looks good right there, guys. Doesn't that look good? There we go. Now it's all the way. Now it's all lit up the right way. And we're looking nice and clean. Straighten this up a little bit. There we go. Just want to make sure it's all even. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's do our peel now. Let's do our peel now real quick. Make sure the inside glass is done, and then we'll peel the outside. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's put this on the front here. There we go. Okay, you guys ready for the peel? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. And there it is, guys. Look at that. How's that look? It looks good, right? All peeled and in. It looks good. Okay, so let's just check real quick. Let's just do our Cinebench real quick, and then we'll basically we'll start the give. If we want to start the giveaway, remember, guys, you want to do is you want to head over to Intel's Twitch. That's where we're going to be doing the giveaway for this. You want to head over to Intel's Twitch. We're going to start that giveaway in just a few minutes. So head on over to Intel's Twitch. We're going to start that giveaway in just a few minutes. We'll take off the screen, but we want to just show some thermals here real quick, since you guys are getting like a nice reflection, which is driving Brian nuts. He's like, oh, I can't stand it. But we do want to show some thermals, and in order to do that, we want to basically have it inside the case. So go ahead and prep. We'll do that in just a few minutes. Want to make sure that you guys are moving on over to Intel's Twitch, and getting ready for that. Let's go ahead and switch over to the screen here. There we go. Let's see just how this thing performs, though. While I'm letting people know, you got also make sure that you are moving on over there. You could be in both locations, just making sure that you're good. So install a hardware info monitor, and here we go. So you can see that coming up here. There we go. Right now our temps are sitting at 30 degrees. Let's go and do 10 minutes of testing. Multi-core. Here we go. Oh, I like it. 75, 76, 77. No problem. What'd you say? Okay, giveaway is going now, guys. Exclamation point PC giveaway over at twitch.tv/Intel. Currently happening right now. Go ahead and check it out.
What are you doing?
And guys, I told you today is her birthday. She's 17.
Hello.
Everybody wish Maddie a happy birthday. Here she is right here, guys, while the PC giveaway is going in there. Here it is right here, my daughter. She's too small to sit behind the PC, but we're gonna switch over so you guys can say hi to her. Happy birthday to Miss Madeline. There she is right there. Guys, we're gonna sing happy birthday while we're waiting for the giveaway. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Madeline. Happy birthday to you. There she is. Happy 17, Maddie. There you go. And she runs away. There we go, guys. I figured there was a nice little interlude right there, and so we're going for there. And there we go, going in there. So while we're doing that, I'm going to move this, but you can see here, looking at temps, we'll just go back to the capture here real quick while it's still running the giveaway. But if you look at the temps here, Jazz, if you show the capture, you can see right now, temps are absolutely fine, sitting at, scrolling up here a little bit, we're currently sitting at 81 degrees, and it's been running for just over 2 minutes already. It's nice and quiet too. So I really, really love the performance of this thing. So yeah, you're gonna have no issues whatsoever with your thermals or anything like that. So let me pop this out so while you are doing your thing, you can get a good view here of the build there. And we'll just jump in now. We can let him get in there and get some good quality B-roll and go from there. There you go. That is the build you're currently entering to win. It looks absolutely awesome. What was the question? Somebody said wondering too, Bump. What's the question? Sorry guys, I was just going in there and we're showing off the build. No, it's not worldwide, it's US only, guys. So, no, it's just US only for this one, guys. I don't think. Thank you very much. I'm glad she is. Yeah, she's did. And In Need of Temperance already said he didn't enter. They didn't enter. So don't worry. In Need of Temperance is not going to win again. That would be pretty amazing though, because that would be like the luckiest thing in there. So go. So yeah, there we go. PC giveaway currently happening. Just waiting for our winner, guys. Hey guys, by the way, always, we did highlight last week, if you're looking for some PCs that are worldwide, there are actually a couple worldwide giveaways. Make sure that you head over to discord.gg/intel. There's always a couple PCs. Just so you guys know, we did do at one point in time letting people pay for the tax and import, and one person got the PC. It was in Canada. And the import and tax for that individual was almost $600. So the thing is that some people, guys, it just like, they think that it's not expensive, and they come to find out it's $500 to $600 to basically try and win a PC. So it's not like, we don't want to get people saddled with it because they don't understand how much it costs when we send stuff outside of the US. So yeah, so if you were like to get it and you'd be like, oh, I win this beautiful PC, but it's like literally you're gonna end up paying like $2,000 to pick it up. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so. So it's not that we're trying to do it. It's just a lot of times, like, we've tried to do things to make it more inclusive, and a lot of times it's just complicated. And the other thing too is there's a bunch of legal things too. I wish everybody could run a giveaway and understand just how much has to go into being able to give things away. Giving things away is complicated, unfortunately. The GPU is an RTX 40. Actually, why don't we go and show the parts real quick while we're waiting for the, here's the parts that we are using for today's build. We're using the Core i7 14700K, Gigabyte Z790, Aorus Elite AX, Zotac Gaming RTX 4070 Super, the 2TB WD Black NVMe drive, G.Skill Triton Z5 RGB DDR5 at 32 gigs, Be Quiet. We have the basically the Shadow Base 800 DX, which is the base one. We've put the FX package in it. Be Quiet Light Loop 360mm AIO, and then we have the Be Quiet Pure Power 12M 1200 watt PSU, and that is what you guys are essentially looking at here inside of this PC that we are trying to give away just now. So that is the build that we have inside of here right now. So yeah, that is it. Chippy won the PC. Whoa. That's crazy. Congratulations. So who won? Looks like we do have a winner. It's not a single slot. It's actually a dual slot. So who? It looks.
George the Great.
St. George the Great. Looks like St. George the Great actually won the PC. So we're just going to wait for confirmation that St. George did actually win. So we're waiting to hear back from the Overlord, Sarah, to make sure. Oh, whoa, he said, I don't believe it. Like, look at how excited they are. Oh, it could be from St. George, Utah. Because, I mean, like, there could be St. George, Utah. So there is more than one St. George. We're just waiting for confirmation from our blessed Overlord that that is actually the winner and that we're good. Oh wow, the build actually matches all the studio colors too. Look at us, it's like we planned stuff. And it's got arms. Look, this is what it would look like if I was a PC body. Hey, how's it going? I'm a PC body. I want to hug you. But my arms are too short. Now I know what T-Rex feels like, you know what I'm saying? I'm Chippy 2.0. I just need to be a little bit taller. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a PC. I totally look like Chippy, right? I'm on Atkins, guys. Come on. I wish I was small form factor. Did we get confirmation yet? Nope. Still confirming, guys. The build came out really pretty, though. It is confirmed! Confirmed! St. George, what is it? St. George? St. George the Great. St. George is no longer the Great, he's St. George the Awesome, because he won this beautiful PC care of Intel and Be Quiet. So huge shout out to them. Congratulations, you guys. We are back with another Intel Mod Workshop in just coming up very soon before the end of the month, so don't worry, you have more chances to win. Plus, make sure you tune into Intel and NRG Night Market. That's going to be Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, guys. It is going to be an absolutely wild time. And then tomorrow, we are going to be playing. And showing off Lunar Lake. We got gaming with Alex. That's Intel Live. There's always giveaways during that as well, with an amazing chance to win and play and win some games and all that sort of stuff at the same time. And I just spaced. We're playing. What is the game we are playing? I want to make sure that I want to highlight the game that we're playing. It is it is, I want to say it right. I'm looking it up, guys. I'm looking it up. It is Come on, because my mind just went blank, and I'm actually really excited. It's a new MMO that just came out. Throne and Liberty, thank you. Throne and Liberty, guys. Throne and Liberty. We're playing Throne and Liberty tomorrow. Great chance for you to win. Actually, it's free to play, so you can play now, which is actually super awesome. So we're going to be playing Throne and Liberty. We got a visitor from Amazon Games, actually, joining Tycho, yes, Tycho from Amazon Games is going to be joining us as well, so that is going to be super fun. And then again, basically, make sure you tune in Friday next week, NRG and Intel for the night market event. Anyway, guys, that is it. That is it for us. Link Roby, it'll be twitch.tv/Intel. That's where you want to do, or right here at twitch.tv/RobyTech, both locations. And the night market is also there as well for some incredible stuff. So anyway, guys, that is it for us here at the Mod Workshop Studio. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your night, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.